Hey, what's up you guys? This is Waldo from Rockentry. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on this white V5 problem. Now there is so much to learn just from this climb, and I'm going to share you guys my thought process from start to finish and share with you guys some tips on why do I do some of the moves that I share with you guys here. Now as we look at this climb, the first thing I do is just break it down into two sections. And if I complete one section, I just continue on, but if not, then I just work on the first section and then go on to the second section. Alright, let's start off with the bottom portion of the climb. So let's look at the 4 holds that you start off with. Now here are the holds. You have your right hand start here, left hand start here, and a high left foot start right here. Now this means that my right foot is gonna have to start with a smear, so I have to press on the wall. Now this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys how I send the first half of the project and go into detail on the things that I do. Why do I do certain moves and not others? Let's start. Now as you can see, it seems pretty straightforward, but there's so much involved just on the start of the climb, and I'm gonna show you guys what exactly I'm doing. Now notice my left hand is on an undercling, which is keeping me from falling back from the climb. Alright, now let's break down my thought process here. Now starting off, as we know, I'm in a resting position here. My arm is straight, keeping my arm straight so I can be in a resting position. I have my left foot on this high foothold here. I have my right foot on the smear because there's no foothold, and my left hand is on an undercling, using this hold just to keep me on the wall. I'm not pulling as much. I don't need to pull on this as hard as I can if not necessary. So I'm just holding on to it. Now from here, I want to move on to this hold here. Now this hold here, it's not that good. So my goal is to bump to this hold here, which is really positive, as you can see here. Now in order to get to this hold, I'm going to have to use my feet, not just my hands. So I'm gonna press down with my feet, lock off with my right hand, and reach out to the hold, like so. Now as you notice, I am really engaging my right leg. I'm pressing hard on my right leg, and I'm locking off with my right hand. Now from here, I have to bump up my left hand to this hold here. Now in order to do that, in this position that I cannot just reach for it. I am too low. It is too far of a reach from where I'm at, and I'm fully extended on my leg. So what I do is step up higher on the wall and do the exact same thing I did previously. Press down on the wall as hard as I can, lock off my right arm, and reach over to the hold. Now these two moves, once again, I'm using most of my legs. I'm powering with my legs, and I crank up with my right hand. Now from here, I go up and I start setting up for the top portion of my climb. Now before we go up there though, I want to show you this clip, and I want to see if you can tell what I'm doing wrong here in this clip. Now here's a really good comparison of what I'm doing wrong on the left side, and this is from the start of the climb, which is I'm already engaging my upper body. So notice my arm is not straight, so I'm not in a resting position here on the left side. So when I go for the hold, I use a lot more energy comparison to the right side. Notice slightly what I do in order to get to this hold. I go back a little bit and then I pull in. So I'm really using a lot of energy just to get to this hold, and we want to avoid that. We want to do what I'm doing on the right side, which is, if possible, be in a resting position and then pull in as you press down with your legs. Now, I want to show you guys something else, and this is two different betas, and they both work. This comparison here, they both work. Notice on the left side, again, I'm in a resting position, right? And then I pull and press down with my leg, as we talked about. Now, on the right side, notice when I'm starting off the move, I start off with my right hand locked off. So this means all I have to do from this point is reach to this hold here. Because again, on the left side, I'm adding a move. I'm in a resting position, but I'm actually pulling in. So on the right side, I'm removing that one pulling motion. Now, the reason why I start off with a resting position is just the fact that I want to get that mindset on. If I can find a resting point at any time of the climb, I want to use it. I don't want to avoid it. Now, it's obvious these two work and it's preference at this point. Now, this may seem very simple, but you guys, trust me on this. This is going to change your climbing because little details like this really changes the flow of your climb. And in this case is this here. Notice here, I bring my left foot over. I don't remove this foothold yet because I want to remove it when I want to. I want to be able to have control of my movement. Now, once again, I bring my left foot over to this hold. I don't remove my right foot until I press down on my left foot. My point is this, you want to keep those footholds in place as much as possible. You want to minimize cutting feet. Subtleties like this, you guys, will really increase your climbing technique. Trust me. Now, let's finish off the first half with this last tip, you guys, because this is very crucial as well. And I talk about this. That's bringing your hips to the wall as much as possible and when possible. In this case, my hips are away from the wall, but once I press down on my foot, I bring them in here, and I want to get it closer to the wall from here. There. And then from here, my hips have to come out in order to get to this hold, but once again, I bring my hips in. Now, even this subtleties here, the hips on my hips, notice that I'm parallel to the wall here. I twist in. Awesome, you guys. Now let's talk about the top portion of the climb. This is pretty much the crux of the climb. And I'm going to show you guys some of the additional attempts that I tried so you see what works and what doesn't work and why it doesn't work. So for instance, in this attempt here, I tried to just reach for this pinch hold. But the thing is this, the pinch hold is pretty far out, and this hold here, it's not that positive. It's a dual texture hold. So reaching out was pretty difficult for me. If I had a lot more reach advantage, it'd be a lot easier. Now I tried something else, and it's the double clutch. But in this case, I'm starting off from this point here and trying to get momentum so I can get to these two holds at the same time. Didn't work as well. Now I'm gonna try the double clutch again, but instead of starting from far left here, I'm gonna get as close as possible to these two holds here. So this is what I do. I start using this foothold here just so I can get closer, and I use it for balance too. Now before I do the double clutch on these two holds, I look at the holds and I think of the timing. When I throw, I'm just doing a 1-2 catch. If you found this useful or helpful, please do hit that like button. It lets me know you're enjoying this content and find it useful. Now, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe and hit that bell notification. It'll let you know when I upload a video so you can watch more climbing tip videos just like this. Love you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.